Alright, let's see what this game is about. What? Buying dresses, shoes? What the? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Wait, what? Oh, I get it. Hello humans and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Today, Dead or Alive Extreme 2. I got this puppy for $4.50 because I was getting the buy two get two free, and I think this is actually priced at $19.99. I'm sorry, at $9.99 if you can find it on GameStop. It goes for about 20 bucks, so buying it for around 5 bucks I think is a great deal. You know, there's a lot of controversy regarding this game, and fake controversy at that. Now, to me, you know, this is a game for teenagers, right? You have boobs all over the place, great chicks to great women to look at, humans, great human beings to look at, I guess, or with distorted, jiggling bodies. But when guys are young, that's what they like looking at, let's face it. When I remember, and this is before the time this is before I became a grandfather. I would watch my kids playing these games, and I would remember that a big deal back in the Lara Croft days is, you know, that supposed trick that nobody could find, that was just a myth or legend, that you could undress Lara Croft, or the Tomb Raider gal, so she could show her boobs. But that's what teenage boys have always been into, typically. You know, maybe some girls, it doesn't matter. The thing is that what it got me thinking about is the censorship, right? The third part of this game didn't come out in the States. They didn't want to release it because they didn't want to deal with the PC Puritans here and the headaches that you have to deal with in the USA, by all the trolls, by all the social justice warriors, all the censorship people, both from the left and the right. You know, this is not particularly to one political point of view, and I'm against censorship regardless of the political point of view. Overall, you know, if you want to make a game that is, you know, adult theme, label it as such and release it to the market. You know, and it's parents' responsibilities to make sure the kids either play or don't play with them. But it's not your job to censor artists. I think that is where we start walking down the wrong path. You know, it really is the wrong path, because there are such things as games for adults, right? Some, you know, people might find this, you know, unacceptable. Well, what if some guys wants to make a video game about a striptease, whether it's male or female, or, you know, what if some guy wants to make a video game about a lesbian love story, or a gay love story, or a threesome? It doesn't matter. Those are adult themes, and those are games for adults, right? It doesn't mean that you're putting them out for kids to play. Again, we have to be responsible adults. This has been an argument for a long time, but more than anything is an argument for freedom of speech and freedom of expression. Now, am I going to go and buy all those? I don't know, maybe the lesbian one. But seriously, guys, I mean, everybody should have the option to buy the games they want to buy, right? And developers should have the freedom to make the games they want to make without the intrusion of government or certain political groups or what have you on censoring them, because it's a slippery road, right? What is offensive, right? Some people might find this offensive, or football, or geez, I mean, it's never going to stop. When you give in to censorship, there is no limit. You know, once you say okay, then they're going to ask for a little more and a little more and a little more, and it never, ever, ever stops with these people. They want the power to rule over somebody else's expression, and that's the dangerous part, right? I may not agree with a lot of games. There's a lot of games that are put out that I don't particularly agree with. I just don't buy them, right? But there's not many of those because I'm a game hoarder. But there are some games that just don't interest me and I don't buy them, and that's how it should be for everybody. And everybody should have the freedom to make whatever game they want to make. And people should have the freedom to buy whatever game they want to buy. But this, mentality that Twitter and, the minority of people that are vocal on the internet get to censor games like they did Dead or Alive Extreme 3, because that was self-censorship because the company just didn't want to deal with a BS. And good for Japan. More and more they're saying, you know what, the US is just an absolute shit show when it comes to censorship, when it comes to PC and Puritan politics. They're just nuts, and that's really the way it is. I don't agree with the way the industry's going. I don't agree with the way it's regulating itself. And unfortunately, the people that govern a lot of these distribution centers are all based out of, Silicon Valley, which has a very strong PC culture that tends to censor other content. And if it wasn't for the Japanese standing up to these guys, we really have not a lot of allies in this fight for freedom, in this fight for freedom of expression, and for me, the games I like haven't been censored for the longest time. This is from Mortal Kombat on, right? When we got the ratings, but even with the ratings, they weren't really, censored. I think this is where PC holds the advantage. In the PC world, you can do pretty much anything. Somebody can develop their own game, put it out, download it to your computer, and you get to play. And I always hope there will be that resistance to censors, to self-censorship, to big tech corporations, PC politics trying to censor artists and controlling developers and controlling game creators. I think that's the right fight to have. Am I going to play this game? I mean, it's a pretty decent volleyball game. Why not? But it's not about that. If somebody likes this game, they should have the right to play it. And that's just how I feel about that. Anybody should have the right to play the game as a game developer meant it. And we should stop this culture of censorship, and we should call it out every time we see it. Alright, humans, those were my thoughts on Dead or Alive Extreme 2. I am going to play it because, these girls are not hard to look at. I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.